Hey, we are
Live.
live. Hello, guys. Hello. Apologies for the lateness, our tardiness. We are a
Mm.
bit late to this today.
We are. I was trying. So basically, so I got in, and I did get in sort of like relatively on time. But there was something that I wanted to do with the new channel, and so I was fussing about with the new channel, and it's just one of those things. You know, when you start, you can't stop. But really, I should have stopped because I didn't get to do what I wanted to do anyway. Yeah. So there will be a new video
Mm-hmm.
which is our full last day on MK Vacays, which is our secondary channel, if you didn't know. And if you haven't subscribed, but you want to keep up with all our holidays, please go over there to MK Vacays and subscribe to the channel.
There we go. A nice early plug. That's what we like to have.
Yeah.
Also, as well, we will be putting up the Oxbow video this weekend. Now,
Yes.
I have battled long and hard with this Oxbow video. Do you know what? This one's taken me ages to edit. I don't know why. It's taken me so long.
Mm.
So what we did Oxbow was a brand new. I say brand new to me. Brunch that we've got in
Oh
central
yeah.
London. So I was going to say it was loads and loads of different salads. So all the salads had all these intricate names on them as well, all the different ingredients. So I was going through each of the salads we tried. I wanted to put then the whole description of it, and that's what took the time. But I wanted to do that so you guys can see exactly what we order.
Yeah.
Liam, how are
Hey
you?
Liam, I hope you're well.
How you doing? You well, sir?
Hi.
Are you well? How have you been?
I think you're the legend.
You are the legend.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's what we like to see. The big smiley face. That is good. How are you? Are you still training for your next
Run.
run on
Yeah,
thing?
building up that.
Hey
those
Charlie, how you
smiles.
doing? You all right? Sam, how are you?
Hey Charlie. Hey
Sam,
Sam.
how you been?
Hope you're both well.
I know. I was gonna say Sam because you had to dash off last time, so we were a bit worried about you. Is everything
Mm.
okay? Do let us know. We hope you're okay. I see your jazz hand, so we know we're hoping that it's and the love heart as well. Which
Yeah.
we'd love to see. But I hope you're okay. Hope everyone has had a fantastic week. Whatever you've got up to, it is Friday. We made it, guys. We are there.
We are here.
Liam did 4.4k today, as you do, and 16.4 miles done. That is so impressive.
Wow.
Hey, Charlie, well done. 461. That you won
Wow.
450, I think, last time. So you got another
Wow.
11.
Good
Well
for
done.
you. Well done.
Keep
well
them
done.
going, Charlie.
Yeah.
Keep them going.
St.
St.
Cot.
How are
Hi.
you? You well?
No, my eyesight isn't, but I just see all the emoji, the thumbnails, the little handles, and I think, oh yeah, and then I recognise people's like little thumbnail things. I don't know what they call them.
Yeah, avatars.
Avatars, that's it.
They're called avatars.
Yeah.
There's somebody at my old workplace, and she used to say, without her glasses, she goes, I can recognise people by their shapes.
Yes.
They're just a blurred shape, but she goes, I recognise the blurred shape.
Yeah, I can make out, but see, because for me, the words are small, but they're blurred, so I can't read the words. I can see us because we're quite big on the screen, but I can't read any of these behind me. I can't read any of that.
No, to be fair, I can't from here.
And I can just about make out some words, and I can probably guess them more than anything. So yeah, there we go.
Oh wow! I was gonna say I've been very lucky with my eyesight. I've been very lucky. I'm very lucky. So I still don't wear glasses.
I wear my glasses on and off. So the more I don't wear them, because your eyes are like muscles, like everything else in your body. And so if you continually, or in my case, if I continue, and this is not the case for everyone, right? Because there are some people who have like severe eyesight. Do you know what I mean? That can't see anything and stuff like that. But mine is of a level where I will always have bad eyesight, but it's not terrifically. Do you know what I mean? I need them for sure to drive and stuff like that. But to read a book, I don't need to wear my glasses. In everyday things, like sometimes I forget I'm not wearing my glasses, and then I get halfway down the stairs and I'm like, hang on, there's certain things that I can't see, and then I have to run back upstairs and get my glasses. But on the whole, yeah, I use them to watch the screen, but sometimes I'm in that in-between stage where I can't quite read what the screen is saying, but enough that I don't need the glasses, if that makes sense. So
they're squinting.
Yeah. Well, not squinting, but I'm just like, huh?
Liam said, "What did you have for dinner?" Liam, we haven't actually. I actually finished work not that long ago, so I've actually part of the reason we're late. Apologies as well for me is because I was working quite late. So I've only just finished, and you just pretty much got in.
Well, I got in, but I did have a nice lunch today. So
very nice too.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Liam? What have you had?
Yeah, what's everyone else?
But you see now, Liam, you're training, so I'd imagine that you would need to have a decent.
But he eats quite healthy anyway.
Yeah.
Are you vegetarian or vegan? Is it? So you're always cooking a curry or something quite healthy and stuff like that. So today, one of the girls had been away for a couple of weeks, and then she messaged me. She goes, "Oh, Kelly, did you miss me?" And I was like, "Yeah," because nobody else asked me to go to lunch. So I was just like, "It's only you and one other girl that asked me." And there was another girl, but she's not left, but she's working in different locations. I'm like, and so yeah, so we went to lunch today, and we went to this new place, and it was very nice.
Liam said, "Aren't you hungry, Mark?" Well, do you know what? Funny enough, Liam, actually, what I've tried to do, it's taken me a long time, but I've tried to train myself so I just eat my main or the big meal at lunch. So I will treat myself to a big lunch. I will have a big lunch, and then I try not to have a breakfast, and then I try not to have too much in the evening, although it doesn't always work.
He just eats my snacks.
But yeah. So, that's what I try and do. But I'm not as healthy as you because I know
the lack of snacks of my snacks is because someone else has eaten.
I do not eat your snacks. I've got my own snacks. Thank you very much.
Do you even buy snacks?
I do buy snacks.
No, you don't.
I have got snacks.
You buy my snacks.
Well,
then you eat them.
But that counts as my snacks. You and I are the same. Sincott said, "I am good, thank you. Saw your Oxbow short. Looks amazing." Well, yes. I was going to say, so, Sincott, we have got the main ones. Now, I've been trying, honestly, guys, I've been desperately trying to shorten this video, but I've got it to about 45 minutes. I know it's long, but we really did want to show every aspect of Oxbow because I really wanted to go into detail what they've got. We try a lot of the foods again so we can see what we like as well like that. So I hope you guys will like it.
Do you know what? I did that. I forgot even that I put that highlights on and I was half asleep when I was doing it. I was so tired. And this week for me has been like a really tough week. I don't even know how I managed to finish the MK vacays video. I was falling asleep during while I was doing it. And I thought, and Mark was going, well, maybe not do it this week, maybe do it for next week and blah, blah, blah. But I really wanted to get it out for you guys. And so I finished it yesterday and then I was uploading it this morning. And then I left to go to work and halfway through it hadn't uploaded. So I had to get Mark to switch because sometimes the laptop goes to sleep before it's fully uploaded. And once the laptop goes to sleep, it then stops uploading. So then I had to get Mark to then open up the laptop. Well, the laptop was already open, but just to sort of like switch it on so that it could finish uploading, which it did. And it's just one of those things, it's only the two of us and of course we work full time. And then in between we're trying to, do content and now we've got 2 channels and, we're just trying to, I don't even know how, before I was just like doing like videos almost every day. I don't even know how I was doing it. But yeah, so now we've got 2 channels. So as you know, one goes up Saturday, one goes up Sunday. But I don't know if going up on the Saturday works well with the algorithm. So I might change it to a Wednesday because I feel like it was doing quite well on a Wednesday.
This is MK Vacays.
This is MK Vacays, yeah, not Mark and Kelly's Trips, Tips and things. So I'm thinking on MK Vacays, I might switch it to a Wednesday again, but I'm not sure. I'm going to try one more Saturday, and if it doesn't pick up, then I will switch it to a Wednesday.
Well, I think you should stick with the Saturdays because the long winter nights are drawing in. So we will show you. So this Sunday, we've got Oxbow coming up. That will be the long video. And St. Cot next Sunday, that is next Sunday, all being well, I will have the afternoon tea one up. So that's where we went to
Wow.
Bread Ahead afternoon
Yeah,
tea.
yeah.
So you'll get to see that one as well. That one hopefully will be a little easier to edit. This one took me ages to edit, Oxford, like I said, because I was putting all the details and descriptions in there, which just took ages. But we hope you like it. You'll probably get like 2 views now.
I get 2 views.
Liam said, "Oh wait, I had veggie chicken strips and rice. Very healthy. Is that corn chicken strips? Is that what you had?" Hey Evelyn, how are you?
Hey, Eve, hope you're well.
You're all right. How you been? Yeah. So that's what we've been up to. What have you guys? Enough of us blabbering on. What have you guys been up to this week?
Or what have you got planned for this week?
So, has anybody got anything for the weekend? Do let us know. Do tell us what you're up to. Have you got anything nice that you're going to get up to? What you're going to do? Kelly and I are still debating what we're going to film this weekend. We haven't made a choice yet.
We've got several ideas, and I like all of them.
Yeah.
So I think it will be weather dependent.
Well, it's going to pour down this weekend. So
did you hear? Listen, I was up at 5 a.m. this morning, and the rain and the thunder and the lightning, it was crazy.
I think I was dead to the world.
You were dead to the world. I'm telling you, it was crazy. I pretty much get up at 5 and half 5 every day, roughly. But this last week has been I've been like really tired. I've still gotten up at the time, but it's just been a bit more difficult. I think there was one time I might have got up at 5:30 or something like that. I was so tired. But I want to go to bed relatively early and try to sleep better. I think like I've noticed I've broken out in another 2 spots.
Oh no.
They were clearing up, and now I've broken up into another 2 spots, and I'm just like,
well, there you go. That is your cue. That is your cue for early nights.
That might be my cue, yeah.
Does anybody else have that? So with when you're going to sleep and stuff like that, does anybody else struggle to go to sleep? And do you struggle to sleep? I find I struggle to sleep more in the summer actually than the winter, and I think a lot of that's down to the fact than winter, and it's down to the fact that there's more daylight, or daylight's a lot earlier, and that's what wakes me up. Evening said, "I'm good. Going to DNB all night rave tonight. I think I need a nap. I need to be at the club for 11:30. Oh my god, that is an all nighter. Well, now you know that's an all nighter when you start the club at 11:30.
I don't know where Eve gets her energy from, because me and all night rave. I would be I'm going to sleep. So call me in the morning. That's what I would be. I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to sleep. Call me in the morning. Well, that's it.
Do you know what? That when we went to Vegas that time, like this shows my age, right? And I had no idea. So I've only ever heard of a nightclub, but they had day clubs.
Yeah, they have day clubs.
I've never heard of a day club.
I would love to go to a morning rave. I feel like going to a morning silent disco before work would be so good.
Nah, you want that one. You won't want it before work.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't, because you would want to go to work. I think you would like it if you had the day off and did.
No, I think I would still enjoy it and then go to work. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'd pump you up in the morning.
Yeah, I think I would really enjoy it and then go to work, and then I wouldn't.
But so obviously, if you go out night clubbing or clubbing,
right,
you don't keep an eye on the time.
Right.
You might do when you're feeling a bit tired and think, what time is it? Oh, but you're not doing...
Okay, so my mind works differently to a lot of people's minds. So in my mind, if somebody suggests something to me, quick as lightning, I've already thought how I'm getting home and all of this type of stuff. So for me, if somebody said to me, oh, we're going to a silent disco, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, what time does it start? So then I know what time to leave in order to get to work. So I wouldn't clock watch per se. But as long as I know I've got 3 hours, let's say. So when in my clubbing days, I used to think 4 hours was just not enough time to dance. I needed more time. So I think if I got up early and sort of set a time, so maybe I might work it so I'd get to work an hour later, possibly.
Yeah.
Or maybe work through my lunch or something like that. And then I would make sure that I have enough time in the morning to get to the rave, to do the silent rave, And then, but sometimes the silent raves might not be that long. Maybe they might only be an hour and a half or something like that. Do you see what I'm saying? Or 2 hours, because it's a morning one. But sometimes when you go to somewhere like the Ministry of Sound, as it was back in the day, you would finish clubbing at 9 a.m. and then you'd make your way home.
Sam said Zachary is snuggled up under his new Spider-Man quilt watching you. Oh, bless him. Hi, Zachary. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Is that his favourite superhero? Is Spider-Man your favourite superhero? And it's just a shame because I've got my Spider-Man mug, but it's in the dishwasher. I would have had that, you see, and I could have showed it to you. Hey, Kirsty, how are you?
Hey, Kirsty, I hope you're well.
How are you doing? You well? Yes, so unfortunately, guys, today we all have you. I was going to say we haven't got any cakes to demonstrate.
You don't know what I've ordered.
Madam's ordered some stuff.
You don't know what I've ordered.
Awaiting. Oh, it looks like. Well, I will be back.
They are here.
Because
do you need?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
See,
there's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door. I feel like I would really enjoy a morning rave before work. And I think the other thing is if I'm going to dinner, let's say, and then the dinner turns into, so there's been a couple of times where me and Eve and some others have been, let's say we've gone to the O2, and then the club we've gone for dinner and then it turns into a club, and I'm like, yeah, because I haven't had that pressure of, I need to go and get ready, I need to do this, I need to make my way. But if you're going for a dinner or a meal or something like that, and then the place turns into something else, I'm up for that. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm liking the music, yeah, it's a vibe, blah blah blah. But if I think to myself, I have to get ready, I feel it's the pressures of having to dress up and all of that type of stuff. I mean, yeah, when you go for a meal, you sort of slightly do better than what you would normally wear or whatever. But it's not that deep. It's not like, oh my God, I've got to get my nails done, I've got to get my hair did, I've got to get, and all of that type of stuff. Whereas you can just go and enjoy and not feel encumbered with lots of other stuff.
Right, I've left there's some stickers there.
Right,
I tried to take many off.
Yes, all right, I do.
You needed to reference.
Yeah. So I feel like, from my clubbing days, those are sort of like the things that aren't, do you know what I mean? They're sort of like done kind of thing. Hang on, there should be a bag of something.
That was all that was in there.
We're missing something.
You got 4 stickers.
We are, oh no, okay. Okay, I was expecting something else. All right.
4 bags, 4 stickers. So I don't know. So
okay.
I don't even know what Madam's ordered here. So
interesting.
Cheers to you all. I've got my. Is this a pumpkin spice latte?
Well, yeah, but wait for me.
Cheers to you all. All right, I'm just cheersing.
Wait for me. I went to get you the pumpkin spice latte, and they wasn't on the menu.
What?
I know. So I just got you cafe latte, coconut cafe latte. But yeah, that's the one thing I was going through it. I went through it a few times, but they didn't have it.
That's unusual because
that is very unusual.
Well, we're not even on Halloween yet, so they normally have the.
No, but they introduced it already. They've introduced. You've had the pumpkin spice.
No,
latte.
I know, but they shouldn't have canned it yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
They canned it already.
I don't think they've canned it, but it wasn't on the list.
Maybe they ran out of pumpkin spice.
Right, but it would normally be greyed out, and it was. There was nothing there. There was not even a hint that it was ever there. So there we go. Anyway, cheers. This is my usual caramel frappuccino. Ching ching.
So in answer to your question, Liam, if you're still on, this is my dinner.
Pumpkin spice latte.
That's good. So there we are. Right, now what cakes have we got here? So this is a surprise. We're in for a treat. So
this is your favorite pumpkin spice cookie.
I wasn't even expecting to do a live taste test. There we are. So these are all from Starbucks, obviously, by the way.
Pumpkin spice cookie.
This is my favorite treat from Starbucks, and it's one I always have to wait to from this time of year before we have it.
This is the tast-a-licious chocolate cookie.
Oh, you can just about make that out. Don't worry, we'll take them out of the package.
Yeah, we're definitely going to take them out.
Obviously, because you've got to eat it.
Right. And then
what we got next?
Oh, this is the pumpkin marble loaf.
Again, just the end there. I can see a pumpkin seed.
Yep.
So as you can see, we've gone for the healthy options.
Obs. And this does not look like what I was expecting it to look like, but I think they've given us two of the same one.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, they've given us two of the same one.
What were we supposed to have?
We were supposed to have a chocolate covered pretzel.
Super Novak is Zachary's favourite superhero, but we've made the stories up at bedtime. He rescues baby hedgehog and other hoovers. Is it hoovers? I can't read the icons over it.
Sorry, you keep chatting.
All right, we're gonna do. So apparently we've got two cookies that we're gonna sample today.
Yeah. So
in error.
One was supposed to be chocolate covered pretzels, of which they did not send. So they've sent us instead two tast-a-licious chocolate cookies.
Do you want to take photos and stuff?
So yes, so I need.
Right, Kelly's going to do all that as well. So you can tell this is live. And those of you that are regulars will know that when we order, we often get, not always, but we often get errors in the order. So Kelly's going to have to sort that one out with them at the moment. That's one of those things. Kirsty said, oh, I would have chosen the pumpkin marble loaf. That sounds delicious.
Right, we're gonna try it.
We'll try that. So Kirsty, my personal favorite is this one. This one I recommend. It is vegan, if anybody is interested, but this is the pumpkin cookie. Now, what's nice about this, in this, it has pumpkin seeds. It has also got cranberries, dried cranberries in there. That is my favorite thing that they do.
Okay, so they've refunded us. So
there we are. Melanie, how are you?
Hi, Melanie. How are you?
XXX, Melanie, XXX. How are you? Well, lovely. Thank you for joining us. You've just joined us at the right time because we're just about to do a taste test for Starbucks cakes.
Right. Well, seeing as someone mentioned the marble loaf cake,
Kirsty,
Kirsty, inadvertently, you've chosen the first one we're going to try.
Kirsty said, I don't have a Starbucks on my route to work school run. I tend to order from our Costa. Fair enough. Well, we're going to try this because you mentioned it, so we will try this one first.
Yeah.
Right, here we are.
So, what I love about this one is it's got a lovely cream.
I was going to say, the bag is very sticky, so I'm assuming this has got a lot of something on it. Oh, well, wow.
The cream has gotten stuck to the bag, but yeah.
Right, so half the cream is on the bag. So obviously, if you had it in store, you have a lot more cream on the top.
So you can see the marble on that.
The marble looks incredible.
Try not to spill. I don't like it when things spill everywhere.
Don't worry about that. This is all for science. These guys need to see what's going on. Right,
here we go.
Right. Thank you very much. So here we go. Looks very moist, the cake.
Yeah.
You can see that it's got a lot of aeration in it. Nice and squidgy. Right,
here we go.
Oh, wow. That's really good.
That's nice. That's nice.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Now, I thought my pumpkin cookie's going to lick it, but that is good. I don't know now. I'm in a dilemma. That's really, really nice.
Well, you know why? It tastes like it's got ginger in it, and I know you like ginger.
But what's nice about it, but it has got the pumpkin spice. But it's a very subtle pumpkin spice flavor. But I love, I mean, like I said, the presentation doesn't look great. It's only because the topping has got stuck.
Yeah, stuck in the bag, which is a
Kirsty,
real shame.
Thank you very much, because that was a very good start. That's going to be really difficult to beat.
Yeah.
I tell you, that's
considering we don't have the chocolate pretzels. I would have liked 2 of the marble cake rather than the 2 chocolate delicious.
It is what it is.
But
can you imagine that? We got 2 marble cakes and we get a refund.
That would be amazing.
Sweet. Right. Okay.
Right. So here is.
And Kirsty, do let us know, or anybody else, if you've got recommendations from Costa, because we could order from Costa. Oh wow.
That's the Dolce Delicious.
Blimey.
Cookie.
Look at that. That's got the cookie. Is that a double cookie? Or is that just the way it's got cracked around the side?
No, it's not a double cookie.
All right, okay.
It's not a double cookie.
Do you know what it reminds me of on the side? Wagon wheel.
Yeah, wagon wheel.
It looks like a wagon wheel.
But it's not. But yeah.
I love the top. Look at the artwork on it.
Yeah.
It's almost like a Jackson Pollock painting. But I do like...
Or almost like a Jaffa cake.
Well, I do like that big... Is that caramel?
Yeah, Dolce Delicious, yeah. So here we go. I'm going to take a bite.
Go on, you take a bite. I'll take a bite. I do like the look of that. Are they almonds on the top, or is that flakes of chocolate? It was flakes of chocolate. I thought they were almonds. That's flakes of chocolate. Okay.
That with a cup of tea. It's bitter. It's decadent. A little bit too chocolatey for me. But you could definitely need a cup of tea with that. But it's nice.
Right.
If you're a chocolatey person, if you're like a brownie type person, this is for you.
Now then, I'm going to say this about this. I don't know if you agree. This to me just tastes like a chocolate biscuit. I cannot taste any of the Dolce at all in there.
You think it? No, it doesn't taste like a chocolate biscuit at all.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh.
This just tastes of chocolate. It's I don't taste any of the Dolce at all. It is just a chocolate taste. I agree with you. It's almost like it tastes a bit like a chocolate muffin. It doesn't taste like a chocolate biscuit, but it just tastes of chocolate.
I mean, sorry, let me have another bite.
Have another. Oh, yeah, of course.
I feel like
we've got to get it right. Now, you sure? Do you want to take another bite just to make sure?
I can taste the caramel.
See, I can't. It's so chocolatey.
Because, exactly, it's very chocolatey. But with you, for you to differentiate, I know that you need it to be salt. Then you would be able to tell the difference.
I think salt would improve that. If it was a salted Dolce or a salted caramel, it would improve it. But
for me, I would not like salt on it. But I can tell by eating it, you would require salt on it.
Right. So for me, that's a very good chocolate cookie. You just dropped it. Now, if I did that, I'd be in all kinds of trouble. If Kelly does it. Okay, right now, guys. Yeah, I agree with you. Is this the one that? Oh, do you want to have another bite? Right now.
Well, always does this, right? Goes, no, I don't. Yeah, and then continues to eat the whole thing.
You're the one that about 4 bites.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
No, you forget you're on the live. They've seen you have about 4 bites of it.
Yeah, I didn't say that I didn't like it.
Now, for me, and it's a shame, this is the one they duplicated, and it's probably the one I just didn't want duplicated.
I would have preferred if I had to have a duplication of that.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
This one's, it's okay. Right, now for me, I'm going to say it's okay. To me, it's just a chocolate biscuit. Is it worth the calories?
Not for me.
I agree. I would.
Not for me.
Would you order this one again?
No.
There you go.
But the thing is, I think other people who love chocolatey things would give that a 10 out of 10.
See, I disagree. Do you know what it is? For me, it's much of a muchness. It's nice. And now you're going to sit there and go, well, you not like it then. It's not that I don't like it.
You want the caramel taste.
I want the caramel taste in it, which I just don't get on this thing. To me, it's just a chocolate biscuit.
The thing is, with the caramel, it's not thick enough. It's a thin layer of caramel on the top, but it's not like, like if you get a chocolate bar, like a Twix, let's say, you get the biscuit and then you get the caramel layer on top, and then it's a thin layer of chocolate. Therefore, you're going to taste the toffee. You're going to taste the caramel. But on something like this, it's chocolate that's going to be the predominant.
No, exactly that I agree with, but I disagree with you about the chocolate thing isn't thick enough.
No, it's not.
I'll tell you the problem. I'm going to do this again because we've already got another version of it, so you can see the whole thing in there. The problem for me is you've got a chocolate biscuit, cookie, and then you've got a chocolate topping, chocolate flakes, and this bit of dolce de leche.
That's why I said it's not thick enough.
It's not that it's not thick enough. I tell you what it is. I think. Do you know how I'd improve this?
You'd add salt to it.
No, I would have this like you said, like a Twix. I would have this as like a biscuit base. I'd have this layer of the dolce de leche, and I'd have a layer of chocolate on the top. If you did that, you'd taste the caramel. What I'm saying is there's too much chocolate in this biscuit, and it drowns everything else out.
Which is fine, but then you'd have to have the dolce de leche the same thickness as the biscuit. Which is my original point is there's not enough dolce de leche.
But I'm saying even if you have more dolce de leche, you still couldn't taste it.
You would. Obviously you would, because there'd be more of it.
I disagree. But
we can agree to disagree.
We agree to disagree. So as you know,
he's wrong.
Kelly and I obviously have different opinions on stuff like that. We agree on some things, but other things we disagree. So we are torn on this one. But it's going to be interesting when we come to score it. I'm desperate to see what your I'm very interested to see what your score is on this one. Right, now, last but not least, and bearing in mind this is my favorite before we take great big chunks of it, is the pumpkin spice.
You weren't even going to get any before I ordered it. You didn't even know about it.
Just take a piece of my chocolate chip.
Well, considering it's not chocolate chip.
Well, you know what I mean. Right, here we go.
For me, I don't see the big deal about this biscuit.
Kelly just doesn't know what she's talking about. This is phenomenal. Right, let me tell you why this is so good.
Please.
So it is like, if you like gingerbread, oh, Liam said, wouldn't be alive without a Mark and Kelly food disagreement. But you know what? This is true. The thing is as well, sometimes we watch food channels and people just go, yeah, I agree with what you said. Yeah, I agree with. But Kelly and I like that. We're very opinionated and we will stick to our opinions, even if we're in complete disagreement. We'll end our conversation, but we'll finish it in a disagreement. The reason why this is so superior is it's soft. I love soft cookies. So look, it really is a soft cookie. So if you don't like soft cookies, like you, fair enough.
Yeah.
But inside that, look at that. That is packed with fruit. You've got pumpkin seeds, and you've got the cranberries, the dried cranberries, right? Because it's in there, every bite, you've got all the spices in there.
You can definitely taste the spices.
It's like a gingerbread man with extra spice and the additional of fruit. What is not to like?
I mean, first of all, I'm not into soft biscuits. So for me, what I like about a cookie is when it's crisp on the outside but soft on the inside. It can even be gooey on the inside or something like that. And I quite like cookies like that. But all in all, I do prefer my biscuits with the snap. I didn't mind the dolce de leche cookie. I thought it was okay. But essentially, I like my biscuit with a snap.
Now, this is where Kelly and I totally disagree, because I don't like those hard biscuits, that rich tea rubbish.
I don't like rich tea. That's rubbish.
But that's
sorry, anybody who I've offended, but rich tea's rubbish.
But that type of snap, that's not for me. I'm not a big fan on those type of biscuits. I want them to be like a softy cookie, one that just almost like melts in your mouth. That's how I want it to be.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, know, like the Twix.
There you go. Liam said, I've just tasted it through the TV and agree with Mark. There you are. Liam, you're a legend. You are the legend, sir. You are the legend.
Oh, whatever, Liam. Whatever, St. Cot.
There we are. Well, dragging Paul St. Cot to this. He didn't say anything.
I know what St. Cot's thinking.
St. Cot, have a bite of that. Tell me what... Right, okay. Now then, guys. Now, this is going to be interesting because we've never had the pumpkin cake before. And also...
I've tried the marble pumpkin cake before, yeah.
I haven't tried this before. We've never scored this before on the live. So, let's do it. What are you going to score this bad boy? And I'm going to have another little bit.
I knew.
Just eat, have a bit. Pumpkin marble loaf with the star, says. Right, what are you going to give this one?
I would give it an 8. A solid 8.
I'm giving that a 9.
I'd give it a solid 8, and I would enjoy this with a cup of tea.
It's really good. I've got to say, guys, so that's an 8 and a 9 from both Kelly and I. It's a really, really nice cake. It's
Put it down now.
No, I'm just showing. It's just soft. It's got the marble in it. It's a shame, really, that the topping wasn't there, but that also adds that bit. And they've got little pumpkin things in it, so I'm going to put that in there.
Yeah.
All right. So,
yeah, because that was about to break up. Either one or two things was going to happen.
It wasn't going to happen.
Mark was going to either eat it, or it was going to break in two. That was one of the two things that was going to happen.
Look, you frightened Paul St. Cott. He put a message in there and he retracted it and thought, oh, no, I'm not getting involved. Wise choice, St. Cott. Sorry, I'm only joking. Right, okay. So you've given it an 8. I've given it a 9. I think it's that good. I do really, really rate it. I would agree with Kelly in the sense that we are going to score these in relation to just Starbucks things, not in relation to others. I like both the soft and the harder ones. There you are. That's a very diplomatic. That's very diplomatic. Right then, what are you going to score this one? Now you're wondering, can you guys eat this one? Yeah, this is the one they duplicated by mistake. And it's Sod's Law. It's the one I wasn't a big fan of. Right, go on then. What are you calling this one?
I would give it a 7.
I'm giving it a 6. So it's better than the 5. It's above average. And it's above average because the chocolate's quite nice.
Yeah.
But that's, for me, that's it. It's just chocolatey. I can't taste that dolce gelato. I just can't taste it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the pumpkin loaf. Would you order the pumpkin loaf again?
Yeah.
Would you order this one again? So you're in a cafe. Well, let's ask you 2 questions.
I would, if I was in the chocolate mood.
Let me ask you 2 questions.
Okay.
Would you order it? So if somebody said to you, here's one. So there's 2. So sometimes as well, when you order something, people will just say, if you've got a choice, what do you want? So would you order it given a choice of others?
No.
With the pumpkin, would you order it given the choice of others?
It depends. Yes and no.
All right. So I would say yes for the pumpkin, no for the cookie. Right now, if you're in a queue and someone says, I'm going to get you fancy a cake, and they said all they've got left is just the pumpkin, would you have it?
Yeah, if all they had left was just yeah.
Right. If you ordered it and they said all we've got left is the cookie, would you have it?
I would only have it if I was in the mood for chocolate.
All right. I would say no. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I would. The thing with chocolate, I have to be in the mood for. And the thing with me is, a lot of the time, I have to be in the mood for specific chocolate. So let's say I like Marvelous Creations, which I do. If I have other chocolates other than Marvelous Creations, I'm not satiated.
Really?
I have to have Marvelous Creations. So anything else is just a waste of calories. And the amount of times that I try to satiate having other things, trying to get like whatever chocolate it is or whatever thing it is that I need, and it doesn't go away until I have. So let's say I want a bacon sandwich, but then I try to have, I don't know, duck pate on toast. It's not going to cut it because I need the bacon sandwich. And so anything else that I eat is not going to satiate me because I need that bacon sandwich, if that makes sense.
Are you guys like that? So do you guys have cravings for certain foods? And if so, what is your craving? So Kelly's got the craving for the bacon sandwich. And is there a food that no matter what else is that you're offered, it will never satisfy that?
Yeah.
And do you guys have a cravings for certain type of chocolates? So like Kelly said, have you got, if you're in the mood for a certain type of chocolate, or is just chocolate okay? Because he said anything other than Cadbury's chocolate is a waste of calories.
Oh,
wow! So
do you know what though? Have you tried things like Leonidas or Newhouse or whatever? I love Cadbury's chocolate, I do. And my favourites of said confectioner would be Marvelous Creations and and the Flake. I love those 2 things. But if a flake wasn't available, I could get away with having a Marvelous Creations and vice versa. But the other thing that I do like is the Galaxy counters. Have you tried they're very similar to minstrels, but yeah.
Well, so we've got some comments already. So Liam said Galaxy, which I'm assuming it's Galaxy Bar, but also Kelly talking about the Galaxy counters and Kinder.
Oh yes, Kinder. Like I like the white Kinder Bueno. But also with Galaxy years ago, they used to do 2 chocolates, yeah. And it was the Galaxy Orange, which had bits of orange in there, and Galaxy Cookie Crumble, and that was really delicious. So I was on that. I was on the Galaxy Cookie Crumble, and then they brought out the Galaxy Orange with the orange bits in it. I was on that. They don't do it anymore, but that was so delicious, so delicious.
St. Cott said green triangles. Oh God, that's from Quality Street.
Quality Street.
Quality Street. So quality. So a lot of you like are the Nestle or Cadbury's.
Yeah.
It's looking like the traditional ones as well. When we went to Brighton on the weekend, you did get your Leonidas, didn't you?
I think though the thing with stuff like Quality Street and Cadbury's and all of that are chocolates that we grew up with. Yeah. Why don't you just finish the cookie? You were going to ask the question, but never mind. That's all that's left of the cookie.
You don't even like it.
Well, you better not eat the pumpkin cake then.
I cannot promise that, I'm afraid. Right, now come on, we need to score this. What are you scoring this one?
I would score this one a 6.
This is a 10. This is one of the best cookies I've had. I absolutely love these as well. Of course, they only sell them at this time of year. So I always get loads of these at this time of year. And I have to go for the entire rest of the year without them. But
the thing is, I don't see the fascination with it. I could never have that again and it would be fine.
Oh, Liam's given it a 9 out of 10.
Oh.
You see? Liam, fist bump, because you're there. Right. So we've got our... Now, it's difficult. If we do an average score, the winner is this one, which is the pumpkin cake.
Which is what I'm going to have the rest of.
Don't. No.
I thought you were going to put your hand in it.
I'm not touching it. So there you go, guys. That's our little Starbucks review. Apologies that we weren't able to try the pretzels. You can blame Starbucks on that for duplicating our order. So we're left with these 2.
And then they have the cheek to put on the sticker of the pretzels on that.
Yeah, I know.
on the thing. I'm like, you know full well that's not the pretzels.
Anyway, so unfortunately we weren't able to try that. So we just had 3 cakes as well. But they've kind of given you a free cookie anyway.
Yeah, kind of. It would have been better if they'd given me a free cake.
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But there we are. So we tried the 3 there. Notice you didn't want these 2. Let spot that over. So you can have those as well because I wasn't big enamored with them.
Okay.
The chocolate ones.
Coolios.
There we are.
Coolios.
So that was it. Our little review of the Starbucks cakes. We have done, to be fair, we have done the pumpkin spice cookie before. But of course, we just wanted to do it in conjunction with the other 3. And we haven't done these 2 as a live review.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to do that. So we hope you enjoyed that. I wasn't even expecting us to do a little live review. Look at that. And I did want it to have it with the pumpkin spice, but it doesn't look like it's done it anymore.
Yeah, I was looking for it, but they didn't have it on there.
I'm going to have to Google that, because if that's gone...
I don't think it's gone, but you know, like when we went to the States and they ran out.
Ah, that's what I'm thinking. It's highly unusual.
He's so desperate. While we're on the live, he's going to check it.
I know. I'm worried that that's gone. Anyway, I don't know. I'll leave it now. Luckily, Nespresso are still doing their pumpkin spice thing, so I'm still going with that. There we are. So we've got a 9 out of 10 from Liam as well, though. That did boost up my cookie score. But yeah, that's our recommendation. So I suppose if you do it on an average, we've got going to be that cake. Oh, Rich. Hi, Rich. How you doing?
Hey, Rich.
Rich said, I fancy a Toby this weekend. Oh. Well, funny you should say that. Kelly and I were been debating what we're going to do this weekend, and a Toby Carvery was on the cards potentially. We're not sure yet.
Potentially, it's on the cards.
We've got 3 places we're looking at this weekend.
Yeah, 3 different places
of doing it, and they're going to be very sort of similar to a Toby Carvery type place. So that's what we were potentially looking at this weekend. We're not sure yet. If you're going for a Toby this weekend as well, Rich, are you going to go for the Saturday or the Sunday? Are you going to go for the Sunday one, or just are you going to go for like a Saturday one?
And what favorite do you have that is on a carvery? What is like, oh my God, I have to have that when I go. I can't not do without that when I'm there. What is it for you?
Well, funny you should say that. So I was on Twitter and somebody put a comment on which had loads and loads and loads of bite back from it. There's an American tourist and said, I've tried a British roast dinner and I think it's completely overrated. And then said disgust. Now, people didn't diss them, but the general comment was, you haven't had a proper one. You haven't had it cooked properly.
Yeah. And I also think that certain places aren't as good as other places. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and especially like there's a difference between a homemade roast and when you go out to eat a roast. They're two completely different things. So if your family, so like mum's quite good at making a roast, she's quite good at it. And I'm good at elements of doing a roast. Like I can like make really good mashed potatoes or really good roast potatoes. I'm not so good on the meat, which is the most important part, because I can't cook joints of meat because Mark doesn't eat meat. And I can't eat a whole joint of meat to myself. So normally when it comes to Christmas time, I get all the others to do the meats. And then I might do, I don't know, something else like a salmon or something, because I know how to roast a salmon or marinate a salmon and, you know, cook that off and stuff like that. So that's the sort of thing that I need to do. But it's open up to everyone. If you go to a carvery or if you go for a roast, what is the meat or the accoutrement or something like that that you think it's not a roast without that? I have to have that. It's not a roast.
Rich has answered already. So Rich has said gammon and turkey usually, but needs to have roasted parsnips as well. Now that's interesting because actual fact, you'll find parsnips will start to come in season very, very soon. I think they're October. But I do agree with you, Rich. What was that thing we saw with parsnips? Oh yeah, if you add honey to them, it really elevates them up.
Or like honey mustard mash.
Now, what I would like to try with parsnips is also as well, if you make parsnip soup, they always recommend adding curry powder to it. And I've always wanted to try to put curry powder on a roasted parsnip. I don't know if it would work. So I do want to experiment with that one time and do it. So we've already got it. So good question. So guys, throw it out there. What is the meat that you would choose? But what are the accoutrements? So Rich has already said it has to have roasted parsnips. And does anybody have anything unusual with their roast dinner? Now, again, throwing out to Twitter, somebody confessed on Twitter. They said one day, he said, I was having a roast dinner and I ran out of cranberry sauce. And he said the only thing I had that was remotely similar was strawberry jam. But he said it tasted so nice, I now can't have a roast dinner without strawberry jam. And he said, which is fine when I'm at home, but when I go out, when I go to friends' houses, I say, have you got any strawberry jam? It just
when I go out in public.
It seems a bit weird, but he actually said it was far superior to cranberry sauce.
I also think that a good cranberry sauce needs to be on your roast dinner. A good roast dinner needs a good cranberry sauce. And I'm not talking about the Ocean Spray or anything like that. Is it called Ocean Spray?
Yeah, Ocean Spray.
Yeah, Ocean Spray. Yeah, not anything like that. And it's really difficult to find a good. Marks and Spencers do a good one. They do quite a good cranberry sauce. I'm not sure about Tesco's Taste the Difference or Finest. Sorry, Taste the Difference is Sainsbury's. I'm not sure about Tesco's Finest one. But the one that I try, I wonder if Waitrose #1 do a range for cranberry sauce.
I'm not sure.
That would be and also what the thing is, they don't do cranberry sauce all year round. Other than Ocean Spray, nobody does cranberry all year round, and I don't get it because I know it's a Christmas thing, but roast dinner is close to a Christmas roast dinner, and you do it every Sunday. It's just that you have more stuff at Christmas, including a Christmas pudding. But yeah, I would like a Christmas. I would like a cranberry all year round. I'd like to learn maybe how to do a really good cranberry. Oh my god, to learn how to do a good cranberry sauce.
There you go. Well, didn't Nigella Lawson? Didn't she do red cabbage and add the cranberries into that? And she did it that way.
That's not a cranberry sauce.
No, it's not cranberry sauce, but she'd have it as an accoutrement. Now, one of the funny things is, talking of unusual, I did see on was it Tim Tracker? They were doing a roast dinner, and their British friends came over to cook for them. And what was interesting?
No, they went over to the friend's house.
Oh, the friend's house. So they cooked for them. But what was interesting is, in their roast dinner, they did mushy peas. Now, of course, because the Trackers are American,
yeah,
they're obviously not used to British roast dinners as well, so they just assumed that was normal. But does anybody else do that? Does anybody else add mushy peas to their roast dinner,
or something unusual?
Yeah, what's unusual that you would add?
That like is just like, what, really?
Now, Rich, one of the things I've got to say that Toby do, and they added it, and at the time I thought, really, on a roast dinner? But I now can't have roast dinner without it, is mac and cheese.
Yeah, I also think that's a very American thing, and I feel like now we are adopting a lot of American sort of things, and I think mac and cheese is one of those things that we adopt now. With me, I'm a bit funny with mac and cheese. I can take or leave it, and I don't like anything that has like strong cheese flavors, so I need a milder type of cheese. There was a recipe that I saw which I would like to try with milder cheeses in it. I mean, normally the pastas that I do, they're quite cheesy anyway. Like I do like a seafood cheesy pasta or something like that. But I would also like to try one that is, yeah, a recipe that I've seen, and I would like to try that. But also, I do like breadcrumbs, because so I was speaking to the nephew, and he was saying he doesn't like breadcrumbs on his mac and cheese, and I quite but you see, I'm a textured person, so I quite like the crispness of breadcrumbs on a mac and cheese.
No, talking as well, does anybody else things like breadcrumbs, any additional sauces that you like? Now, I think, because when I had white sauce, remember we did it for Chris, bread sauce, sorry, bread sauce of that as well. You guys had never had it. Your family had never tried it before.
Yeah.
So does anybody have things like that, traditional sauces like bread sauce? So bread sauce, for anyone not familiar, is basically, and you correct me if I'm wrong, it's effectively that you take breadcrumbs, you put them in milk, you slowly heat up the milk with that as well. You add onions and cloves, and then you let that flavor sort of soak in, and then that will then turn into a sauce, and you have that as an accompaniment with your roast dinner. Again, bread sauce, applesauce if you're having pork, of course. What else would you have there as well? Horseradish if you're having beef. Does anybody insist on having certain types of sauces? Let me know.
See, I don't like any sauces, so I don't like things like bread sauce. As anything containing cloves, I would never eat it because I don't like cloves. But bread sauce, applesauce, what is it, mint sauce, and the only sauce that I will have is cranberry. And if I do have gravy, which is rare, but I do make a good gravy for everybody else. But if I was to do a gravy, I only drizzle a little bit. I don't mind if the meat is cooked in the gravy. I don't mind that. Like, so my mum, the way she does it, she will roast the meat in a gravy. But I don't want extra gravy. I don't mind the meat being cooked in it, and then I place it on my plate. But I don't want any extra. I don't want to soak my dinner in gravy. Because I don't like soggy Yorkshire puddings. I don't like my dinner being soggy. So I like the thing of the mashed potatoes. I like the roast potatoes. So I don't want to drizzle gravy on my crispy, lovely roast potato. What? No, don't ever do that. But I don't mind drizzling it on my meat. That's about the only thing.
Richard, I can do cauliflower cheese in a roast, but not mac and cheese. However, we started having mac and cheese with our barbecue. It's pretty full on. Oh, we do that with our barbecue. Do you know what?
Yeah.
There's something about that mac and cheese, because it's that American thing as well, with a barbecue is amazing. It really is. The other thing, Rich, have you ever tried broccoli cheese? If you haven't, give it a go. And do you make your own cauliflower cheese and mac and cheese, or do you buy it. We buy ours.
So this, when the sister-in-law comes, she makes mac and cheese.
Yeah, that's true.
She makes a massive batch of mac and cheese, and everybody loves it. Like I said, I'm not really one for the strong cheeses, and the cheese that she puts on it isn't strong cheese, but they're not cheeses that I would eat really. But yeah, she and everyone gravitates towards her mac and cheese. Yeah, and she will do 2 big things of mac and cheese, and everybody will eat it.
Connie, how are you?
Hey, Connie, I hope you're well.
Evening, everyone, she says.
Hello,
evening to you. So, Connie, we were just having a discussion about roast dinners. Do you have a set thing that you like to have with your roast dinner, if you have a roast dinner? So do you have to have certain type of meats? Do you have to have certain type of vegetables with it in insistence? So Rich was saying he has to have gammon, turkey, and parsnips as well. But is there anything you must have with it? And the other question was, is there anything unusual that you have with your roast dinner? So as I was saying, and one YouTuber was saying that they have mushy peas with theirs as well, which I find unusual.
See, the thing is as well, they do Carvery do a brie and broccoli parcel, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I really, Mark never gets it right, but when he does get it, I do have some of it because I really like the brie and broccoli parcel.
Oh, if we do go to Toby, I'll get one.
Yeah, that's the vegetarian option, and then you obviously you can have as much veg as you like. But Mark never gets it, and I go, do you know what? Because I will eat. I just feel it's really delicious.
Rich said, we usually make it. Sorry, have to head off. You guys are making me hungry. Oh, lovely to see you. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you for joining us.
Connie said, turkey and stuffing and gravy and pigs in blanket. Oh, so you've gone for the all meat.
See, the pigs in blankets is a must. It's a must. You can't have a Christmas dinner without pigs in blanket. It's just there's something missing. I love it. So when I go to the Carvery, I have the pork, gammon, and beef. And if they have it, lamb, pork, gammon, beef, and lamb. If they have it, but they only have the lamb on the Sundays. And I really enjoy it when they have sweet corn in the thing, because normally they have garden peas. I quite like garden peas. Well, no, actually, I don't think it's garden peas. I think it's petit pois that they have. And because I was thinking, oh, I would normally eat them, but it's petit pois that they have, and it's not as good as garden peas. So I will put a little bit on my plate, but it don't cut it like that.
But now, and also as well, when you have your pigs in blankets, do you like it the American way, which is pigs? So basically,
an abomination
is your is your sausages wrapped in pastry, or do you like it the Irish and British way, which is the sausages wrapped in bacon?
You mean the right way?
Connie said, oh, I'm so annoyed at myself today. I booked tickets for Beetlejuice tonight, sat down with a coffee and fell asleep and missed the time. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh, that's such a
Connie,
thing.
it's easy to do.
Oh, bless
do you know
you.
what? I remember once I went to the cinema, like yourself. I booked the tickets, and it was an hour or so ahead. So I thought I'd just potter around town. And do you know what? I pottered around town, and I thought, oh no, I'm half an hour into the film.
No.
And then the thing was as well, it's just because I just lost track of time. I got distracted. So it's easy to do. It's really easy to do.
Oh, bless you. But it's so annoying. So annoying when you do that. You have a plan, and then something's happened and you've missed it. Do you know what? So it's not the same thing, nowhere near it. But I did a premiere one week, and I set the premiere for 10 o'clock instead of 11. And I just thought, oh, maybe I'll set it at 10 o'clock today, see how it does. And of course, I was waiting for 11 o'clock to come, and I logged on at 11 o'clock. I thought, it's been an hour. It was on an hour ago. And I was like, oh my God, I wasn't even on for it. Not the same thing as obviously spending money on a ticket to go and watch a film that you really want to watch. But I really feel for you that you sort of like missed out on
Sorry to hear that, Connie. It's easy to do. Don't blame yourself as well. Do you know what? Treat yourself to go again.
Yeah.
Treat yourself to go again. Wrapped in bacon, the proper way.
Right? Of course, the proper way. Of course, the proper way.
I was more annoyed I missed out on the popcorn. Oh, now let us tell you actual fact. So you may have seen us actually do this when we went to on our MK Vacays channel. Kelly bought some gourmet popcorn. Now what we did is we got back from the United States, and we've now replicated it, and we've got to say this popcorn is really good. So I'm going to let Kelly tell you the recipe, so how we make it.
Okay, so ours is slightly different because so when we made the gourmet popcorn in the States, it was made with sweet popcorn, but they call it, I want to say they call it caramel popcorn or something like that. But I made it with salt and sweet because I think salt and sweet popcorn is the best of both worlds. I don't like salty popcorn. I only like sweet popcorn. But I think salt and sweet gives it that little bit of.
Actually, have you got the bags? If I'll get the bag so I can actually show you how we do it.
So it's a layer of salt and sweet popcorn, and then pretzels. So I crushed up some pretzels, put the pretzels on, and then some chopped up Twixes. So a layer of chopped up Twixes, and then a drizzle of white chocolate. So if you melt white chocolate and put a drizzle all over, good drizzle, but you just drizzle it all over. Then another layer of popcorn, like sweet and salt, or sweet or salty, whatever you like. Pretzels again, Twix again, and then a drizzle of your white chocolate. Let me tell you, right? So I was sitting down. So I've done it twice. So one week I did white chocolate, and then the other time I did caramel. And Mark's just there.
Connie, I've got. Do you know what, guys? Do give it a go. So we just got this one, which is the sweet and salty. This is the butter kiss. So as Kelly said, you put some of that in there. And these are really nice. So these got from M&S. These are the salted giant pretzels. You can use, they do the similar ones with the sticks.
Yeah.
But as Kelly said, you've got to break these up a little bit because they are big chunks of it.
Yeah, because these are giant ones, but you can get the sticks and do that.
So even if you get the sticks, you need to crush them up a little bit. So you've got the mixture of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what we then did is you get a Twix bar. Yeah, I know this is a bit unhealthy, but you get a big Twix bar and you cut it up into rough little chunks. All right, and then you mix all that in, and as Kelly said, then you want your chocolate sauce on top. So if you've got a chocolate sauce that you like, don't put too much on because it will make the popcorn really soggy.
You don't know. You can put as much as you want on because it hardens.
Yeah, it does harden on that as well. Try that. So this combo, it works so well. The salty pretzels, the sweet and salty butter kiss, and then but that combo of that chocolate mixing in with that salty thing is absolutely delicious. Connie, give it a go. Everybody, give it a go.
Give it a go. Honestly, if you're just sitting down and you'll want to watch a film and you're thinking, oh, what's next door? But you can do different things with it. So you can put like M&Ms in there if you want M&Ms, like Reese's Pieces or anything like that. Like you can do anything. Yeah, anything that you want. You don't necessarily have to do it. This was just because when I went to it's like a popcorn bar if you like. And you can choose what you want, and you can choose how many toppings that you want and stuff like that. I would have got marshmallows with it as well, but I said, "Oh, are they vegetarian?" Because obviously, Mark can't eat them otherwise.
I'm a pain.
But she didn't know if they were vegetarian or not, so I didn't bother getting them. But yeah, you can they sort of like did different toppings and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I wanted to get, so that's what I ordered. But you don't have to stick to what we're doing. You can put different things on. You might not like pretzels. You might want to use something else. You can do that. Totally do that.
Connie said, I have Kinder Bueno bars. This could be an evening project.
Right.
This evening project, I should say, sorry.
That's what I'm saying. So
that would work.
Right. That's what any chocolate would work. Any chocolate would work. Or even if you didn't want that, but you wanted, I don't know, jelly babies for argument's sake.
No, that won't work. That won't work. But other chocolate bars will work. Other chocolate bars will definitely work.
It would work.
So do you know what it is? It's this. This to me is the magic ingredient. I know the chocolate would be as well, but that really does, because then it gets that real nice combo.
But that's your flavor palette. That's your taste palette. That doesn't mean it's somebody else's.
No,
taste
this is
palette.
true. This is true.
So like I've seen people go to the cinema and they have their popcorn and they chuck in like, I don't know, poppets or something random like jelly babies or wine gums or something. So it just depends on what your taste and flavor palette is. But you can just chuck it in and then just, go to town.
Connie said, to be fair, you should get commission for me buying them after the milkshake. Oh, did you try? Did you try doing the milkshake?
Did you try doing the milkshake? Oh, my God.
Did you do it for a minute? And did it work? I'm hoping it did well. Actually, you made one yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, the day before.
Day before.
Yeah. So what I did though, I like to add ice and maybe blend the ice so it's a little bit like a frappuccino, but don't blend the ice too much because it just doesn't work.
That was a dig at me because I blended it too
He
much.
over blended the ice. So so yeah, just bung some ice in, and then if you want to blend it, you
Connie
can.
said I could only find chocolate fudge milkshake here.
Yeah, do you know what? It's tough to get. Yeah.
It was good though, she said.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
does it work?
That's nice.
We're hoping you can come to the UK at some point. We've got tons of stuff for you to try.
Tons. I mean, like there are so many. You can never be bored in London when trying and going to get different things. You can never be bored because there's something opening up every day. And there are so many different places, and sometimes they're like very hidden. Like the other day I was looking for something and I was just like, oh, they have this here, and I was just like, right, I've got to try it. So in my mind, when I think of potential videos or when I'm working on something or when I save something, because I'm forever watching TikTok, I'm forever watching, shorts and stuff like that, and I'm forever in my mind building up a collection. I'm forever I suppose in my mind, in unintentionally working, if that makes sense. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, oh yeah, we can go here, we can go there, we can do this, we can do that. And in my mind, I'm thinking, what were you guys like? What would other future viewers like? What would other future subscribers like? And stuff like that. So I'm always constantly thinking, well, what would people like? What do I like? What does Mark like? Kind of thing. And it is always on my mind. So I just think to myself, right, let me save this, let me save that, or let me go and check this out, or I passed something the other day, we really should try it, and all of that type of stuff. So my mind is constantly ticking over, or I might be in the shower, or I might be writing something, or I might be doing an email or something like that, and something pops into my head. I think, oh, do you know what? That might make a good video. And so, yeah, I'm constantly have my mind ticking over.
Connie said, I was watching someone do a Gales versus Greggs. Have tried Greggs, but never tried Gales though. So Gales actually are quite a good bakery, but they, depending on what you order, some of the stuff is really good. Some of it is a bit of a miss. You've got to get the right thing if you go to Gales.
See, I feel I want to do a video where I sort of think if something is overrated or underrated. So I'm like, Mark is very much into scoring. I'm not that down with scoring. I like to say if I like something or if I don't like something. I feel it's very hard to number something because I feel like I don't. It's very much my number 5 could be someone else's number 4 or whatever. So I don't like scoring things, but I know Mark is very much into that. I like to say, I like it, and say what it is I like about it, because I feel that if I'm explaining something, you guys would say, well, actually, that is my flavor palette, or that's not my flavor palette, or something like that. And I find that with Gales, like Mark says, there's only 1 or 2 things that I could say in Gales that actually I would say to you, get that. I would say to you, get a bagel. They pack them bagels.
Their bagels are really good, yeah.
Really packed. I would 100% say go and get that bagel. But then if you're going to say to me, oh, a cake or something, I'm like, I don't really rate their cakes. It's okay, but it's not all of that. But they do really good focaccia. So again, that'll be something else. I'll be like, yep, you should really try the focaccia. It's so good, blah blah blah. So it's sort of bits like that. So I would like to do something that is like overrated or underrated kind of thing, and I would then like to discuss why I think it's overrated or why I think it's underrated.
Kirsty said, Connie, I think that video also came up in my feed, but I've also never tried Gales. Oh, Kirsty!
Wow.
We definitely have to, because I think it'd be easier for you to try Gales, actually, because there's bound to be one nearer, closer to you. Each bakery has their own specials, I think. Yeah, I agree with you. So as Kelly was saying, now we have done Gales a few times on the live, but we will have to try and get some more Gales, and we'll do it again so you guys can see.
Yeah, I'll get hold of some things from Gales, but for me, I feel like it might be their savouries that overshadow their sweets, because I don't really rate their pastries. I've got to say, it's just
But they, like I said, their best thing that we have tried was their salmon bagel. It was
Yeah.
really good. They really pack, and they pickle the cucumber in it, so that gives it that extra. I know you don't like cucumber, but it gives it that real extra taste to it. Connie said, "I go into Greg's like a kid with double pocket money."
Right? Like, it's just like, it's crazy. There's so much things that you can get in Greg's, and I feel like, for me personally, Greg's was good back in the day. I don't feel that they're as good now, but there are elements that I really do like. I think their pizzas that they do,
Oh yeah,
is really like, it's
yeah.
so good value for money. I like their vegan sausage roll. I like their vegan sausage rolls more than the normal sausage rolls. Steak bakes and the chicken bakes used to be really good. I can't rate them no more. I don't feel they're that good. And their normal sausage rolls used to be good, but they're not. I feel like they're quite mushy now, so they're not for me. They're a bit more sturdy when they're cold rather than when they're hot, I suppose. But I've got to say, I do prefer the vegan. I don't know what they've done with the vegan sausage rolls, but they're really, really good. Yeah.
Now you may have seen, guys, we did do our little Greg's video as well. So we tried to, we didn't end up buying the whole store. Unfortunately, we did our best, but not a lot, but a bit of the stuff that they had, actually, in fact, they were out of stock when we ordered. So otherwise, we had ordered a lot more, but some of it just didn't arrive. But I agree with Kelly. The pizzas are really good.
Yeah, I feel
For the price.
For the price for a lunchtime snack, I'd say their pizza all day long. All day long. And they do a vegetarian one, and they do like a margarita one, and they do a pepperoni one, and they do a chicken one. My favorite being the pepperoni one, hands down.
But try the wedges and stuff like that. I was actually quite impressed with them.
The wedges were all right. Do you know what? I'm not a lover of wedges and chips with pizza. I don't know why. I'm not a lover. Like, so the other day, right? I must have ordered a pizza with carbonara on it, because there's a couple people that like the offensive ham and pineapple. I find it offensive. But there's a few people that do like ham and pineapple, and I'm like, oh my God. And then there are a couple of people that like carbonara. Carbonara on a pizza.
I was going to say that's
carbonara
like
on a pizza.
What, spaghetti?
Yeah.
On a pizza.
And then there are some people that like chips on a pizza. Chips
on it. No,
on the pizza.
I can understand having chips with a pizza.
I can't understand chips. The only time I like wedges with my pizza is if it's loaded. Now, if you're going to tell me, you know what? We're going to put marinara sauce, we're going to put cheese, we're going to put bacon or pepperoni on your I can get down with that. I'll be like, yep, sign me up. But I don't want my chips on a pizza, and I'm not a lover of wedges in general, to be quite honest. I'm not a lover of these wedges.
You prefer chips?
Yeah.
Now,
fries.
Talking of Greg's, this came up on Kelly's feed. So apparently Iceland, the shop, will be now doing frozen Greg's as part of their thing.
No, they've always done.
Really?
They've always done it, because the sister-in-law buys it for the nephews.
All right, we'll have to try that. There's an Iceland not too far from us, so I will have to try and get some.
I'm not down with this bean.
Well, I'll have that.
Yeah, there might be sausages in it. I'm not sure.
Well, we'll try, but we'll try and get some from Iceland, just see if it's any good.
But the nephew loves the sausage and bean melt or whatever it is. Yeah.
Connie said, "Have you ever tried a Brewers Fayre restaurant?" Do you know, we haven't.
Yeah,
they are around.
They are around, but they are few and far between. But I would definitely try it.
We'll have to try it.
Yeah. I'll try and find out where the closest ones are. Yeah.
Let me have. I'm gonna Google. Quickly. Connie said, we had the Greg's range at Iceland, but they closed them in Ireland. Oh, really? I wonder why that is.
Because they've been doing it for years. They've been doing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they've been doing Greg's for years. But what Mark saw was, or what he heard was, it was an American, and an American is, I don't know if he's married to a British woman, but he lives with a British woman, and he goes, "Oh my God, nobody told me this. Why did nobody tell me this?" And then so he discovered it like in the last few days, but nobody had told him. But a lot of Americans that come here really rate Greg's. They really, really rate it. But it's so inexpensive. And I just think that it's a really good thing that Greggs have opened up now in London. I just hope it doesn't go the way of many places where it just becomes so expensive it's ridiculous. But I think, was the pizza like £3 or £5 or something like that? There was another place that I used to go to, and they did chips for £2 and pizza for £3, and it was like it was part of a restaurant. So so you had the restaurant, and then the other part of the restaurant was like they didn't belong to the restaurant. It was just fixed to the restaurant. They were an independent team, but yeah, it was. And I just thought, lunch for £5 in London.
Right. So there is a Brewers Fair in London, and it's
Oh.
in Beckton, near East
Oh.
Ham. So it's East London.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's any others as well. It's not a million miles away from the O2.
Yeah, I'll take a look and see.
Yeah. We'll have a look.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We'll have
Yeah.
a little look. We'll have a little look. So there is one in London. There's quite a few in the West Country. It's more of a West Country thing. But yeah, there's.
I wonder if the one that your parents go to is a Brewers Fair.
There's one in one of the local towns that is there.
Yeah, but the ones that we went,
we were going to go to one when we went to go to visit my parents. Connie said, I'm going up north, and the hotels we're staying at has a Brewers Fair. I wasn't sure if it was like a Toby's.
Now, I would imagine they probably would do something like that.
Has anybody else been to a Brewers Fair? And if so, would you describe it like a Toby's? We're probably a little bit, because we've not been. Obviously, we don't want that. We're just having a quick look at the website now. It does look like a bit like a Toby. Do you have a Toby Colby? Toby Colby. Do you have a Toby Carvery in Ireland, Connie? Is there one there? Or is that exclusively to the UK?
Okay. Okay. So that's Christmas Day. Let me have a look.
No, none there. Oh dear. All right. Okay.
Okay. So there's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
there
7,
aren't many
8.
in the UK.
There's about 8 in the UK.
So that
one.
Oh
no, yeah, there's 8 in the UK. Not in the UK, sorry. So there's some in Wales and Cumbria.
Barry Island,
Bedfordshire, Oxfordshire.
Oh, that's a shame. It's one of those things. I do like a Toby as well. Obviously, it's probably one of the more famous carvery restaurants, but I've not tried Brewers Fair.
Oh yeah, there's one in Wiltshire.
Yeah, that's the one I was telling you about.
Cumbria, Conway, Caerphilly, Yorkshire.
Did it not say Beckton in there?
Yeah. I passed it. Yeah.
All right. I don't know.
Norfolk, Somerset, Bristol. I think Peterborough, Staffordshire.
I think that is the only London one, the one in Beckton.
No, there's a few in London.
Oh, are there?
Yeah.
Are there any closer to us?
No.
That is the closest one.
No, there are other closer ones.
Oh, that's good. I was going to say as well. Beckton's a bit far.
Yeah, no, there are other closer ones.
All right.
But I'm just having a look. Oh yeah, there's Newcastle. Wow.
Yeah, we're not going
so that. No, I'm just saying that. So that all. It's good to know in case we're visiting somewhere as well.
Yeah, we'll have to give this a go. This will definitely be one we'll have a look, because whenever we do a carvery review, it always tends to be a Toby. So we will have to take a little look and see if we can do one a different type of carvery.
Yeah, I am looking for another type of carvery sort of around that we could check out and compare. So, I feel like,
guys, if you know of one, do let us know if there's one you'd recommend, because the one thing I used to love about going to the UK was Little Chef years ago. Oh God, Little Chef! Now you are going back. I used to love.
We were talking about the Little Chef in the last.
Yeah, we were. I loved the Little Chef as a little kid, and also what I loved about it was the cherry pancakes.
And I never, ever, ever got to go.
Why not?
I never. Well, my parents didn't go. My parents never went.
Oh, you missed out.
I went Harvester.
You missed out for Little Chef.
Harvester, but never. I know, missed out for Little Chef. Yeah.
I've got to be honest though, Connie. I think probably if I went in a time machine and went back to them, I'd probably think, what was I missing?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. But as a kid,
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Right, so you've got the menu there. What we got at Brewers Fair? Anything interesting?
Let me have a look, because for some reason that's not what I was. Oh, they do a Sunday carvery.
So they do a carvery. Right, let's have a little look. What do they do?
Sunday carvery. So crispy roast potatoes, golden Yorkshire stuffing, cauliflower
Oh, and it's
cheese,
unlimited.
mashed potato.
Potato gratin, root vegetables, gravy peas, roasted carrots, honey roasted parsnips. Okay.
Okay.
12 till 6.
Yeah, 12 till 6. 12
11.99.
quid. Choose from 3 succulent meats served with a pig in blanket. Can't decide. Why not have all 3?
Well, to be fair, you don't get any pigs and blankets included with the meal for carvery. You have to order them separately.
You have to order them separately. But if you're going to do them, you can't give 1 pig in blanket.
Well, I think that's all right with the price. Otherwise, vegan options also available. Chicken fillet style. Yeah, I would just say, can I just have the meat? I think
you can go large for £1.50, which is
the same as Toby does. So Toby for £1.50, this is go large. So basically, what you do is you get more meat, and they give you sausages in Toby.
Okay, so yeah, so you can have unlimited veg, which is the same.
Yeah.
But you only get, hold on, choose from our 3 succulent meats and a pig in blanket. Can't decide. Why not have all 3? So it must be a different price for all 3 if I wanted to try all 3 of the meats, but I don't know how much that would be.
We are there over the weekend. I'm going to be neck deep in gravy. Sounds phenomenal. It sounds phenomenal. There's something about drenching your roast dinner in gravy. There is something about it, I have to say.
Sacrilege.
Sacrilege? No, not at all. That combo of the gravy and do you know what it does? It enhances the flavour of the vegetables 100%.
You know what it does? It makes your dinner soggy.
No. Well, don't put it on the certain aspects of it.
Yeah, that's what I said. So I can't drench everything in gravy. No, I have to do my meat. I have to drizzle it on my meat a little bit. That's what I like. Or if my meat is cooked in gravy, I also like that. I really like that. Well, the way my mum does it is very, very nice. But I can't have lashings of gravy. But I do. But I tell you, I made a big jug of gravy. It wasn't enough at Christmas time. I had to remake another jug. Yeah. So I have to make sure I have 3 jugs of gravy at Christmas.
Connie said they are also doing a Christmas dinner, 2 courses for $15.99. That is really good.
Wow.
That's really good value.
Really good, yeah.
I'm going to say, because normally, I'm assuming that's not Christmas Day, though. That's got to be their Christmas course. Are they open Christmas Day?
Oh, yeah. Most pubs are open Christmas Day.
Toby's open Christmas Day.
So, yeah.
But that's about £60-70 per head.
It's £60.
Yeah. But you'd expect that on Christmas Day.
Because I think it was £50, but I think it might have gone up to £60.
That's really good. 2 courses for $15.99.
Yeah. But it's not Christmas, right? That's normal.
No. But it's a Christmas dinner, but obviously around 7th of November to the 31st of December, excluding Christmas Day, which I expect.
Yeah.
You'd expect to pay a lot more if you're going for Christmas.
Well, because you'd have to pay for the staff because the staff are working on Christmas Day.
Of course. That's obvious. Actual fact, restaurants are saying this more and more now. They're saying people are more and more going to eat out on Christmas Day.
Yeah, and
I get it.
So there was a thing where, obviously, and this is a sad subject to talk about, but it's real, where sometimes single parent families, so especially if the children, if the mother and father have split up, and maybe it's the father that has, and maybe they might not have time to cook or whatever, and then they go to carvery and take the kids. But I think that would be quite nice. I mean, to go to a carvery.
You just have to be single parent family.
No, but I'm talking about on Christmas Day.
Yeah, but the same.
Yeah.
I did see. So there's a book called. I think I've said this story before. There's a book called Crap Towns where you have to vote for your crap town. You can't just say it's crap. You have to say why. Anyway, I forget which town it was, and this annoys me. I can't remember the town. But they were saying the McDonald's in that town is open on Christmas Day, and it gets busier and busier every year. So lots of people are opting to have McDonald's for their Christmas meal.
I don't know if I'd want McDonald's for my Christmas meal, but I think going to something because my parents split up, and my father was obviously and he would have us for part of the day at Christmas, but my dad would cook and stuff like that. But I wouldn't have been. I wouldn't have felt bad if we had gone to
a restaurant,
a carvery. Yeah. But I mean, or if at that point it would have been Harvester.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have felt bad going to I would have enjoyed it, thinking, Harvester on a Christmas. Because back then, going to something like Harvester or whatever was a treat. It was a treat. You don't go there randomly, because back then everything would be cooked at home and stuff like that. So if you went to, go on.
So I was going to say, we did do a harvester. We did upload a harvester video.
Oh, we did.
Do you know where it was?
Brighton.
Brighton day one.
Oh, Brighton day one.
That's
right.
where we did it. I thought,
I was thinking,
swear
what?
we uploaded it. So Kelly and I shot. Sorry, we digress a little bit. Several years ago, we shot a video in Harvester, and I thought, I swear I put this up. And I looked for the videos; it's not there. And I realised it. We did a video called Brighton Day 1, Brighton Day 2. Sorry, Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. And it's on Part 1.
Right.
We go, and this was just after the pandemic. So you see us having to wear masks when we go up to the salad tray and stuff like that.
Right.
So this is when it was.
But like, yeah, but I feel like Harvester back in the day. So Harvester in the 80s and part of the 90s, I feel that's when Harvester was at its height for me. I think 80s and 90s Harvester was at its height. Then they sold it to, I don't know if it became a franchise or they just sold all of them or whatever, but it wasn't then good, and it hasn't been as good ever since, which is a real shame.
Connie said, we have a place here called Loaves and Fishes. They would do a community Christmas dinner for anyone who wants it. Oh, that's really nice.
There was something that I read where, so basically, when you paid for your meal, you could pay for an extra meal and they would stick the ticket on the corkboard.
Right.
And then whoever was homeless or whatever could take a ticket and have their meal. And I thought really that nice. Was such a good idea. That if you went to a restaurant and you wanted to pay for an extra meal, they would then take that ticket and stick it on the board, and then that a homeless person or somebody who doesn't have much money could come in and take a ticket and have a free meal. And I just thought, what a brilliant idea.
That's a really nice idea, actually.
I think more restaurants should do that for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Well, guys, we've been going for an hour and a half almost, so I think we will end the live there. But thank you so much, guys, for joining us on our live, as we always do love chatting to you.
Yeah.
And thank you for indulging us, obviously, in our Starbucks review of the cakes.
Yeah.
You can see all the oil on that one. So this weekend we will have 2 videos coming up. We will have the MK vacays on Saturday, which is
11 o'clock, and it is our last full day, unfortunately, in Orlando, Florida, and it's going to be at Epcot, and it's going to show you our Space 220. If you did, I mean, we did a full review on Space 220 anyway, which is on this channel, but on MK Vacays, we're going to show you what we did throughout the day. And at the moment, I'm trying to link the live that we did, but for some reason, it's not having it. I can't link it. But I would like to link the live that we did that day, so that if you didn't catch the live, you'd catch the live and then you'd see.
And don't forget, on the Sunday, we will be showing the Oxbow one. So where we have the all-you-can-eat brunch. We really hope you enjoyed that one. We certainly did. And we hope you enjoyed what they showed. Yeah, you enjoy your weekend too, Cinco, and everybody. So that's it from Mark and Kelly's Trips, Tips and Things for this week. But as always, we will be back Tuesday, 6:30 on our usual time, as we always do.
And thank you for all the likes. And if you could keep liking it, because it pushes it out to other potential viewers. We'd like to grow the channel. We'd like to extend the MK family. But also, if you haven't subscribed to our MK Vacays and you like to see what we do on holidays and what we get up to and stuff like that, please go over there and subscribe.
Connie said, I'm going for the popcorn. Go on, popcorn. Connie, go for it. So remember, popcorn, you definitely need your pretzels to add it to, and any chocolate of your choice, and I'm guessing it's the Kinder Bueno. Let us know, and do let us know how that turned out, because we've never tried that as well. Have a lovely weekend too, Kirsty. Have a lovely weekend, everybody.
Everyone,
do look after yourselves. Do take care, and remember, you're never too old to have fun. And don't forget,
melt my cheese.
You know it right now. You've moved the mouse somewhere.
Well, you put all the cakes on top of it.
Oh, that's it. So
I like how Mark always blames me, and I'm like, did you not all put the cakes on it?
This is it. Anyway, guys, look after yourselves. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye.